Hello everyone, I know that there's a lot of people wondering if traveling to Cambodia is worth it. Yes, it's worth it, and it's not as hard as Thailand right now. I arrived in Cambodia on February 6, 2022. I'm gonna share to you the step-by-step process that I did preparing all my documents or all the things that Cambodia needs. Right now, Cambodia doesn't have a quarantine, so that's a good thing. But you need to make sure that before you entered Cambodia, you need to have your PCR test. You don't need a photocopy, they need the original one. You need to show them that you have a certificate of vaccination, wherever country you came from. Don't just show them the original one. They will still ask you to go and photocopy it, and other passengers waiting for you at the back, and they're gonna be like, well, you didn't photocopy that before you enter here. So yeah, I'm just gonna remind you that you need to photocopy the certificate of vaccination. The stewardess will give you a paper to fill up. Okay, so it's easy. I'm gonna insert the paper. They have one over there. It says health notice. This one is very important because that's the first paper they're gonna take from you once you arrive Cambodia. They're gonna ask you about the address and the phone number. If you don't have a phone number, a Cambodian phone number, you can put your email address there. And for the address, you can use your hotel address. That is okay. So just make sure to fill those up. Don't leave any blank spaces there, because when I traveled, we need to wait for so long because most of the travelers, most of the people, they didn't fill that up. They took like a lot of time in the counter just filling up those things that they didn't fill up inside the airplane. So make sure to be a responsible traveler too, so you don't bother other travelers. Okay, now it's time to finalize this. Now, when you arrive to the airport, you will have a first stop. The first stop is where the nurses or the airport staffs are waiting. They have like a little booth there, and you're gonna make a line, and it's gonna be a long line. Okay, you need to prepare 4 things. The first one is your passport. The second one is the health notice. Okay, the paper that the stewardess gave you, and the certificate of vaccination, the photocopy. Okay, and also your PCR test. These are the papers that the nurses needs you to give them. Once you gave it to them, you're gonna just wait for a minute and they're gonna let you go. So now you have a second stop. The second stop is the immigration. And they might ask you, what are you going to do here or whatever, you know, the usual thing they'll do, and just tell them you're gonna be traveling or whatever. So once you pass the second stop, you're gonna get into another line, which is the ATK test. So you're going to do an ATK test, but the ATK test, guys, is free. You don't need to pay anything. But after the ATK test, you're gonna wait for at least 15 to 20 minutes for the result, and if you're negative, you're good to go. I'm also gonna make a video about my experience in Cambodia, like from the time that I went out of the airport, how I passed through the taxi drivers who tried to rip me off. If you want a video about that, I'm gonna make another video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it can help you. So good luck, guys. Let's have fun, okay? Bye!